Alright, I believe we should be live now, or at least getting there pretty shortly. Alright. Starting today, I have moved around a fair few things in the room, so the streaming setup has changed a little bit. Also had a bit of a interesting day, getting things all cleaned up and all that sort of stuff in the new house in Taiwan. Oh, I'll need to plug that in as well because we're a bit low on the juice on the phone. Turn off the audio on that so we don't get any echo. Yeah, there have been quite a few updates on Linux of late. Unfortunately, one of them broke Google Chrome, so that kind of sucks. So I had to turn off Wayland by default and go into the custom launch options and set the Wayland compositor by default every time I launch it instead, which is a bit crap. You know, things happen. I assume Google will probably fix it in the near future, because as far as I'm aware, they are using Wayland in Google Chrome as well. Chrome OS. Do enjoy Google Chrome OS, but it does have a lot of limitations, especially on hardware that doesn't really rightfully have those limitations by default. I've also recently gone through and created some graphics and updated my Twitch, what do they call it? Twitch homepage and stuff. So that should look a little bit more interesting. And now we'll be going to start our Factorio C block. So single player load game. And C block attempt session 3 load game. Alright, now that we are in, let us continue. Alrighty then. Got quite a few bots coming into the stream. That's always annoying, but well, not much you can do about it in this day and age. Pop a bunch of crushed stone into there. So, aim of this stream, I'm going to be trying to get a whole bunch of, what do they call them, electrolyzers built, because I would like to get a bit more metal production going. It's just really not going fast enough for my liking at this point in time. I'm trying to avoid going into going too far into the what are they bloody called? Not trying to waste too much time on stream because C block early game is very slow. However, I don't want to fast forward too much because I kind of see that as a bit cheaty, even though it does use up a fair bit of time. Good to see that shows up in the activity feed. Now, I do intend to add more channel point redeems moving forward, but I'm just coming up with ideas at this point. Thought it makes sense to put the coffee one there because I'm a big fan of that. Alright, so at the moment we've got very little iron plate being produced. So let's pop some of that in there. That's there. That sounds fine. Rightio. Good evening, hi Meiji. How you doing tonight? Nice of you to drop by. How's your mum going? My mum's doing well. Haven't talked to her for a couple of days though, so I should probably try and do that tomorrow while I've got a bit of time up my sleeve. Oh, there's a heap of charcoal there. Okay. Now I think my, what do they call it, even distribution is no longer active. So I'm going to have to work on getting that one going. Yeah, so I have set up an automatic reply first time people message in any given chat. Just that way there's less chances of me missing a message or something of that nature. If it does become too cumbersome or annoying, then I will have to look into changing that. But for the moment, I think it is kind of nice. Saw it on Twitch, on Kickstream, so, you know, everything can have a go once. Gotta love the old Facebook messages getting in and annoying with stuff. Got a bit there, so let's pop that into this because I would like to get more crushed stone. 69 grass of it. Oh, alright, stereotype ore is a bit low, that's why it's not going. And now that I've got some more of this, let's pop in that. I'm curious how much power I'm going to be getting from this current setup. I'm assuming it should be a decent return on investment. Tin's on its way. Sick. Okay. Lead is coming. Once I've got those two, I can start doing green science, I believe. Which I think... Oh, I can't remember the name of it now. I've got sacrificial electromagnets. What's green science called? I've got those two queued, so that one can be researched, and then that one will be next, and it's called Single Use Atmos Set. Bit more complicated names in this modded pack, which is good but also annoying. Okay. Alright, so that's set up in ghost mode. Should be able to claim some more stuff. Sweet. Alright, that one. Put some slag in there, get that all crushed up. That's good. 20 stone bricks. Going to need plenty of copper, so that's not a issue. So I had some interesting fried rice today. Living in Taiwan is a bit quirky. Mostly consisted of egg, rice, and tomato, with a lot of tomato sauce on top. It's not something you would find often from Australia, but it tasted alright. Can't win them all, but you got to give everything a shot. Alright, they're kicking along. I would like to update these to red inserters because they are struggling to keep up with everything. But what I will do first is tilt that so that I'm getting a little bit more production for my metals. I'm running a bit slow on them, certainly much slower than I would like. There's plenty of copper there. Just really struggling on the iron front. It'd be nice if I could get pure iron ore sorting, but I think that's still a bit of a ways off as far as research is concerned. I would like to work towards that next up though. Unfortunately, I think I went a little bit too heavy on building washing plants. It just consumes a lot more resources than I had available at the time. But that is paying back by giving me more landfill than I really need for the median turn. That's probably about all I'm going to get built down there. I've still got plenty of excess power as far as charcoal's concerned. No, not there, sorry. Pop down there. That way that works. Okay, sweet. I don't need a whole heck of a lot of those, but anything would be better than nothing. 13 slag, that's a win. That gets that moving along too. Cool. Alright. Wonder if I feel better if... Maybe if I don't need to build more of those, that would be preferable. How difficult is it going to be to pipe those in down here though? It's certainly not going to be easy, is it? Okay, that one there. Cool. Alright. Now that that's done, we've got a little bit of stone, so we'll make some more of those pipe to undergrounds. Just lets me move things around a fair bit more efficiently. Gonna move that because I could do without a science for a little bit, I suppose, but I cannot do without progress on the iron front. Still got plenty of carbon dioxide, so that's a win. It's moving along nicely. Yeah, still heaps of that too. Good. Right, grab some slag, pop it into that crusher. Right, ads are over, back into the game. Continue moving along with this. get me more stone, and then we'll go on about what else happened during my day. So, while the miso was dropping off the employees at the construction site, as is her job, I successfully reorganized our space upstairs, the room upstairs, and got a bit of extra space to set up a couch. So we might be looking at a living room entertaining area for the three of us eventually, once we've got some cashola to do that. Beautiful. Plenty of stone. Feels a little bit more open now too, although I am stuck streaming in the corner, but I can fix that by putting a bit more lighting in here. Although the indirect lighting I think might be a little bit nicer. It's a bit hard to say at this point. I'll have to try with a different camera once I get that sorted too. It is fun playing with all these little things though. It's amazing what you can automate with bots and goodness knows what else. Now, according to the research I've been doing, I should be trying to have much more interesting and catchy names for streams. So I'm trying to come up with some stuff. Initially was having a bit of hard luck with that one. What's going on there? Am I able to hide that, or is that not really a thing? That looks good. Still making plenty of progress here. We're about 20 minutes in, and I think I have been talking about stuff a whole lot more than I usually do, so that is, I believe, a good improvement. Something I should certainly be proud of. Now, belts are cheap, so it might be worth doing that. That will get that going a bit quicker. Maybe I can do it with less belts, actually. Spit it out that side instead. That doesn't quite work. How about this? Pop that there. Pick up from there, and whereabouts is it? Washing. I don't want to use landfill, that's just a pretty boring colour. There isn't a lot of option when it comes to painting landfill. Stick with that. Pop that into a chesty. I don't think it's worth looking into doing anything else there at this point in time. Groundwater bore, no. I'll be researching something that's way better than that. C block, it's kind of silly not to be able to put water back down and be able to dig that up. Bit of an interesting looking area here, I suppose. Cool. A little bit more green going. Loving it. Cheeky bugger. What's she doing? Alright, I don't think... No, not manufacturing any more of that stuff. Oh, good. Got some iron. That'll let me get the electrolyzers going. And that's still moving along nicely. Good. Brilliant. Alright, that's good. That will have to be done soon too. Okay. It's a bit of a quiet Monday. I'm not really seeing many of my fellow streamers that are usually around on. Must be having some time off or something. Should pay more attention to their calendars, I suppose. Alright. Okay, now I believe this is going to be less efficient than that. And another step. Start off with just the one. Good. That saves me a lot of resources, as will this. Just gotta build them. Don't want that to automatically go in there though, so I'll leave that alone for the moment. Got heaps of iron ore. Again, winner. We're not going to be too far away from getting that developed. Where's Shima? What is it? I don't even know where that's from. Oh, Singapore. How are you doing tonight, dear? Oh, okay. Too easy. It's not counting you as watching the stream at the moment, so I don't know what's going on there. Maybe I'll have to disconnect from the Wi-Fi or something. You.
Me.
Oh, yeah. Or your mum. I think it's only counting me. Why have I got wood in there? Don't want that. I don't want that. That's no good. Keep the wood out. It might not be counting you though, because you're still on the same internet connection. Oh well. Not a big deal.
sides.
Oh, okay. I mean, that must have been from one of the flights to Taiwan back in the old days. Yeah, I want to get a cable to plug the, you know, the pink camera you've got. I want to use that as the webcam and put it up there or down here. Because at the moment, if I go to the...
Yeah, so
that
I think
picture...
you should change the side. More light.
No, the issue I've got at the moment is when I go to this view, it don't have enough resolution, so it's all blurry and ugly. The light problem seems okay. If you look there, it's not too dark, I don't think. I feel like I have been talking a lot more this stream though, so that's positive. I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable doing that. Just trying to keep it going, rambling, and I've been the only one here. What?
Is the switch charged?
Why? I don't know, it should be. It worked, but I don't know if it's charged. You might have to plug it into charge. Which means that you'll probably need to get an adapter or something. Because I don't think we've got the charger for Taiwan. Well, you could steal your dad's phone charger, that should work.
It's Type C.
Yeah, your dad's phone charger's Type C. Just in case you was wondering. But you'd have to go all the way downstairs to grab that, unfortunately. Okay, put in all that slag, pop in all of that. Should get a bit more of that running along. Now, I think charcoal-wise, we should be running pretty okay. I'm not really using a whole heck of a lot of stuff. I think we're only like 50% energy usage, and a good portion of that's probably going to be coming from my wind farms rather than anything else. That's fine. Hey, Maxim chick. Good to see you again. Thanks for popping by. Hope you've been having a good week and all that. No, I have. A little bit more peace this evening. Some of the extended family's gone back to their other place of living, which is a win. First time chat, thanks for dropping us a message, always appreciated. Seen you lurking around in the views every now and then. I did have a pretty good day at the park with the little one as well. She was having an absolute ball. Running around, screaming, carrying on. The nice thing about Taiwan's, the park near me in Taiwan is it's got a little what do they call it? Trampoline. And she absolutely loves jumping on that trampoline. That's all good, it's all good. I take it that you're from Taiwan then? I've been loving living here so far. It's an awesome country. Your typing seems to be without issue though. No, Ukraine, sorry. That one I was not expecting. How is everything going around your parts of Ukraine? Is it a bit more quiet? You're further from the issue or closer to the issue? Alright, I'll pop down that one. And that one's going to clear out there. And being very new to all of the Twitch stuff myself, I do get a little bit nervous when people start talking back. Something that I'm trying to work on, but you know, these things take time. Remember when I worked in Australia, I had a lot of Ukrainian friends. They mostly taught me how to swear in Russian though, which is weird. Well, I'm glad to hear that there's no current issues in Kiev. I suppose watching people talking and playing video games is a good way to take your mind off of stuff, so I will try to refrain from talking about anything in that regard. Now, I do need to get more charcoal production again, so that will use a bit more power, but that's fine. I've got the research I want there, so that's good. I am unfortunately going to have to dedicate some time getting pipes built though. Should have been more prepared for that. That's alright. I don't currently, but I will put a list of the mods I'm using in the description in my about page on Twitch. So if you're looking at it on a PC, that will be pretty easy to come by. It's mostly the standard C block pack plus squeak through. I think that's it. But yeah, I will add that to the about me at the end of this stream, which should be in about an hour and 20 minutes from now, roughly, give or take. Have you been playing Factorio long yourself? Or is it something that you've only gotten recently? I personally have been playing since, I think it was 2017. 2017, yeah. One of my colleagues recommended it. They were, well, colleague slash boss. when I started playing it, it was the first game I'd paid money for in about 5 years. And long story short, I have about 3,000 hours on it, and I have been playing it ever since. I cannot commend Woob enough for this game. It is just basically like drugs in a video game. Okay, that should be progressing. Plenty of that. Alright, now I can grab some more there. Light all that. Oh, okay. Similar age to myself then. I think Factorio is a good way to burn time. There's been plenty of cases where I started playing it, you know, just after dinner, and then looked up at the clock and I've gone, oh wow, it's 2 AM. What am I doing? It was a lot easier to do that back when I smoked though. Now that I don't do that anymore, I have a lot more other things pulling me aside. Yeah. Quite a few of the mods that I used to use, unfortunately, appear to no longer work properly. Like even distribution, for example. That used to be great. You press, I think it was Shift C, and that would take all the stuff out of your inventory that you didn't need anymore and spread it around through everything. That appears to still work. However, you could also click and drag to drop a bunch of materials into something. For example, I've got charcoal held in my hand, and you'd see that it's not depositing it into the furnaces, and I can't figure out why. Drives me nutty. Good, we've got more stone brick coming. Now, I'm certainly going to be looking to getting, what do they call it? Twitch integration with Factorio? This scenario is called C block. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with Minecraft, but there is a mod in Minecraft called Skyblock. Basically, you're supposed to use your... Oh, hello there, Jigo Kura. I hope I got that pronounced right. Now, as I was saying, this is... Nice to meet you, Jigo. So, this is similar to Minecraft Skyblock in that you have to build everything from a limited amount of resources. I believe in Minecraft's version, I haven't played it so I could be well wrong, but you're supposed to make like a cobblestone generator which makes cobblestone, and then you've got to make enough area that you can start spawning in entities at night, and from there you can start making different resources and materials and things. This goes off a similar principle where if I go to the mini map here, you can see the little red squares. They're basically the only enemies in the game. So they're like the spitter entities, the ones that don't move. I forgot their name. And basically they halt your expansion. So you need to research enough to get a good amount of attack, and then you can destroy them and expand the base further. Main aim in the game is really just building everything from seawater. So they're all just sizable production chains with heaps and heaps of outputs. So like at the moment, this algae requires carbon dioxide and mineralized water. You can then turn algae into cellulose fiber. Cellulose fiber then becomes wood pellets, and then wood pellets are combined to become wood bricks, which can be burned to make charcoal, and wham bam, there's your production chain to get a small efficiency bump and a bit of extra power. So you don't have moving entities, but you do have enemies that stop progress still. Foundry. I'm not sure of that game. I'm yet to hear of it. Is it similar in principle to this? Jago? Jigo? I'm a big fan of factory games, although I am a little bit limited in what ones I have actually played. Oh, that's good. I love 3D versions. Satisfactory was great. Unfortunately, I had to sell my decent PC before I moved, so I haven't been able to get my fix of that sort of stuff yet. And the laptop I bought instead really just can't run Satisfactory at all. That is just not viable. It makes a great streaming PC though. Let's open a Google tab and let's look at Foundry trailer. Okay.
LG 空调用手机就可以啦。
LG 空调全系列内建 WiFi。
Peggy 3.
This looks interesting. It's like a less detailed Satisfactory, which I hope that means I can build much bigger stuff. I already don't like the player character though. That doesn't look appealing to me as much. It's like a cross between Bioshock's Big Daddies and what's the dude from Borderlands called? Weebly? Oh gosh, looks like there's a bunch of this sort of stuff. Wonder if it's gonna have the modding potential of Factorio, because that was a big thing that kind of got me into it. Was the base game teaches you how to play, but the mods really expand the gameplay. Never really was good enough or dedicated enough to go big, you know? Just kind of wanted to go complicated more so. Now, I've got 4 stone bricks. That'll let me build another one of those underground belts. Cool. Alright, now I don't need to put that anywhere then. Plenty of oxygen. No point running that if I'm not using it. Wonder how much Foundry is going to cost to buy. Might be worth giving it a shot, seeing as early access is opening up. Getting on board anything new is always a good way to find out if you're going to like something. Hairdryer. Yeah, that shouldn't be too much of an issue. I think my noise filter should get rid of it. But I don't know where you're going to plug it in. We'll have to plug it in over near the wardrobe where I've moved it to. So, Jigo, whereabouts do you hail from? I myself am from Australia, but currently living in Taiwan. Loving the overseas foreign food life. Germany. Germany. I actually got called German today by a fellow in the park. Well, he asked if I was German or English, neither of which I am. But not a bad thing to be mixed up with. You guys make a lot of interesting stuff. Good, we should be getting that. Now, I don't believe that any of that hairdryer noise was coming through, so I don't think that's worth worrying about, which is positive. We've got some more metal coming. That is going to be... What else can I build with metal at the minute? I am going to be short on... Get some of those done. But what do I need for circuits? Circuit's going to be a big one too. Okay. Got some more slag. Got some more of this stone. Goes well for me. Now, where do they put the bloody parts? Don't forget that one. Here they are. Oh, sweet, heaps of landfill. Let's go pop some of that down. Let's fill in all of that. Do I have the resources to build those? Yes, I do. Let's get that done then. And then I need that too, stone bricks. That's the hold up on that. Alright, got hooks of them down there. Good. Like, improves that. That should be moving in the right direction. Good. Alright. Bit quiet on the YouTube side of things though. Not many people coming through there yet. Ah well. I believe that is not so much of a live platform as it is of anything else. No big deal. I am hoping to be able to upgrade my game PC down the track, but it is really killing Factorio for this point in time. Oh, fix of that. Good. I've been really impressed with how well Pipewire is working to keep all of my audio in sync. I don't believe there should be any audio glitches anymore on my game audio. However, if there is, please advise me, because that is something I want to try and rectify as soon as possible. It's been a real pain in the rear. Oh, that's good. Parts there. We are almost enough of the way there to get another one of those going. I'll pop research back on because I believe I've got enough iron in my inventory for the time being. Right, good, we've got some being built already. These things start to happen quick and snowball very easily, which is nice. Now, I don't need to build any more power production, but it would be nice to get a hydro plant going, get with some purified water. I don't think that's going to be feasible for the time being though. Gonna need heaps of inserters. Control C. Let's highlight them all and see how many I need. 12. That's a bit of a win because then I won't overbuild them. I'll consume a lot of resources that I just simply don't have at this point in time, so I'd rather not waste them on inserters when I could be building other things. Okay, that's that done. The other disadvantage of placing your entities too soon is they consume a small amount of electricity, which means that you will have to make more electricity, which requires more of everything that I just don't have. I need another, let's say 33 of the belts. Hey Sandy, could you redeem a drink coffee with the channel points on your phone?
Huh?
On your phone, if you click this one
Oh,
and then click that one.
you want me to do it?
Yeah, I want you to do that just to test it. Make sure it works. Should do. It worked on my end. But you know, all these extra little things make it a little bit more entertaining, possibly. More reason to come say g'day. I should probably stop using stone pipes and start using copper pipes because I have a lot of copper and I do not have a lot of stone. I'm gonna need that copper for other stuff, so I don't want to do that right now. I'll look into doing that soon though. Okay, fill up these again. Good. Stone bricks. Yeah, stuff it. I'm gonna have to. There's always more where that came from. And there will always continue to be more where that came from too. It's just so much copper and not enough of everything else. At least until I research green science, I think that's when things start to balance out. You just have to keep that going though. Okay, that's working good. Okay, there's 10 of those. That'll make me progress on that. Hey! Nice to see you, friend called Five. Sorry that I didn't end up being able to help you with that Linuxy thing. Oh, time to drink cold bean juice. Literally cold. Not enough channel point redeems from you guys. Well, if you like, we can talk about it while I'm on stream. Can certainly run through some quick diagnostic stuff. Being that you're on andDEVEL OS, we are running a similar sort of setup. You got a freebie for that one. Coffee's done, no more coffee. So you can't get me to drink more coffee. So I believe that Kit gave me a fair description of the issue you were having. Something along the lines of static sounds on, what do they bloody call it? Static noises on microphone and no in-game sound. Yep, just with OBS. Have you installed a utility I use called... Put it into the chat, just makes things a little bit easier to Alright, so it should be QPW graph, and make sure that you've installed all of the pipe wire stuff. Pulse audio, yeah, I mean, it's good for getting all of your sounds to run from like, what do they call it? Pipewire is good for, sorry, Pulse audio is good for running from like Google Chrome to your outputs and basic sort of end user stuff. But it's not terribly great from a I want to record my outputs and inputs standpoint. Tends to have a lot of issues with latency, static, and all that sort of stuff, which is not what you want. I thought Endeavour OS should have installed that by default, but if not, it is worth looking at the following page on the Arch Wiki. So I'm assuming that you'd use yay minus S and then QPW graph. Now, basically QPW graph just lets you plug in different things to different things. Add remove programs. Yeah, see, learning to do these things from the terminal, yeah, it would be advisable. Getting comfortable there is good, because if something goes wrong with your GUI, that's where you're going to end up. And yeah, I don't know how reliable Linux's GUI is. I've been kicked out to BusyBox and stuff more times than I can count. Trying new things and hoping stuff don't break. Slag and sulfuric acid. Bam, that one goes there. Good. No stress, you enjoy that bean juice and I'll see you when you get back. I'll continue describing what's going on while I do it. Okay, so up here I am trying to get started on a loop. Basically its intention is grab some of this what do they call it? Hydrogen sulfide gas, mix it with oxygen, like so. Alright, I've got the copper pipes, good. Okay, if I get too much of it, I've got an overflow here. That will get rid of that when I don't need it. Okay, if I do need it, however, is that gonna work? It might. I don't think it will though. Oh, they do connect. Awesome. 1, 2, 3. Got a big mess everywhere, but that's fine. Am I not getting resources anymore? Yes, I'm not getting resources anymore. Let's fix that. That should be pumping out a whole bunch of stuff and things and stuff. Alright, now hydrogen sulfide gas gets mixed with my oxygen. That creates sulfur. Don't know why it does that, but it does. After we get the sulfur, we mix that with more oxygen, which creates sulfur dioxide gas. We can then use that sulfur dioxide gas with some purified water, and that will create sulfuric acid. I can mix sulfuric acid with slag, which will create slag slurry. And then the next step will be using said slag slurry to create different resources. And whereabouts was that? That should be in, yes, okay, filtration units. So I'm going to need to create a lot more stone bricks, because basically everything that I can build right now requires them. Which sucks. But because of that, I will just put an inserter there permanently, and that's just what's going to have to go. Now, while I'm here, I'll grab a bunch of slag, get that filled up. That will slow down my production there, but that's not the end of the world. Now, if anyone is looking for information with getting Linux going, I have been playing with it on and off for a non-zero amount of time. So I'm always happy to answer questions and stuff. If I don't have an answer, then I can at least recommend a resource that might be of assistance to you. And it is worth doing. It's nice not to have to use Microsoft nonsense. And I, for one, can't stand ads. I pay for YouTube Premium just based off of that. And Netflix and all the others as well, I suppose. It's just, I just don't want advertising. Obviously, advertising pays for a lot of people to do a lot of things, so it needs to be there, but it's nice to be able to pay to get rid of it. Okay, that's good. Fully automated that step. I wonder if I can... I probably cannot. Yeah, that's not... I'm not going to be able to do that yet. Soon though. Soon though. $51 crushed stone. Good. Pop that in there. That'll keep that moving along. Yeah, that's a bit of a misnomer with the privacy thing, because you're at the mercy of whoever's created your particular distribution. For the most part, they can be good, but your web browser is still going to leak a whole bunch of information, because that's where the majority of the useful information is. Which really sucks. But hey, what can you do? We all want to use the internet, that's why we buy computers. If it wasn't for them, this world would be an extremely different place. Probably not for the better. Now I'm going to need water. Oh, okay. My annoying noisy cat sounds are not coming through into the chat. He is a very cheeky boy. Oh, you want them? They should be in one of these drawers, but I forget which one. Maybe a bit further down. Yep, there. You'll have to, I'll have to press and hold that button so that it tries to pair to a new device. I think it should do it now, but if not, try doing that, pressing it and holding it again. Okay, that works way that I want. No, that doesn't work the way that I want. Cool. Alright, now we've got some water. Oh, we've got another person being counted in the views. That's a win. Oh, that is out of water. So you're a long time Windows user, Mr. Friend Called 5. If so, what was the final straw that made you leave? For me, it was the RAM usage. Every time I turn on my computer, there'd be like 4 gig of RAM used. Oh, wow, sorry. My apologies. I have not set up the reminder for ads. Apparently there is still 50 seconds left. I will wait out the remainder of that. 30 seconds remaining. Too easy. Yeah, my last straw for leaving Microsoft was too much RAM usage, but I did ask what your last straw was for getting rid of Windows. Find you've got to be very stubborn to stay away from Windows, unfortunately. Get rid of that. And hydro plant. Gonna need way more stone bricks. Nice. Are you in the IT industry for work as well, or is that more of a hobby than a job? was running a computer store previously, but now that I've moved to another country, I am looking for a new job. That will probably not be in the IT industry, because I am not good enough at the language here for that to work yet. I think people would struggle to have me fix their computer if they can't talk to me to tell me what the problem is. We'll work on it. We'll get there. Seems like teaching English might be in the cards. Oh God, tell me about it. Staying at home dadding is so rewarding though. I'm glad that I will get a bit of that before I have to go back to work permanently. The kids are so cute too. How old is your little one, if you don't mind my asking? Mine's 3 years old soon. And she is so cheeky. Nice. She speaks 3 different languages and yeah. It's very hard for me to keep up. She knows more of them than I do. Ah, that's awesome. I'm sure your parents are happy that your kid takes after you then. It's very easy when her mother speaks other languages. I think she will be fluent in so many languages and become like a polyglot. I think that's what they call it. When you can speak more than 3 languages. Or more than 2. I think it's bilingual, then polyglot. I like that idea because talking to a whole bunch of people is fun. Fair enough. I've been there. Okay, got plenty of stone bricks. What am I short on then? Copper. We should have heaps of copper now though. No, we don't. How am I not getting copper? Oh, because it's all being turned into bloody... Yeah, okay. Let's just leave that out for the moment. Nice. So if you've got pipe wire up, you should be able to open OBS, and if you already have OBS open, you will see one of your do I have it on here? No. Okay. Alright. Good. That's downloaded and installed. Cool. Alright, full screen that. So you should see PW next to inputs and outputs. PW obviously standing for pipe wire. I'll just get them organized a little bit. So I don't bother with the red ones or the purple ones or the blue ones if you have any of those. None of them are going to be particularly useful right now. Basically, you should see one. Have I got it open on the other screen? Yes, I do. Alright, so you should see the ability in OBS to create a source. So if you do that, you want to create a jack input client. You'll give that a name. For example, audio capture. Is your Factorio running in the background? Because that should be showing up there. And at the moment, Factorio is piped directly to my graphics card audio. If it's not, you might be missing a driver, potentially. Not a driver. You might be missing parts of pipewire that you need for everything to sort of work. If that's the case, you might have to do a reinstall-y doodad. Because it might have broken on the installer or something. That is an indicator that something's not right for sure. Okay, pop in some charcoal there. All right. So, at the moment, we have plenty of sulfur. Got heaps of sulfur dioxide gas. I need to get... Yeah, I haven't had many crashes with Factorio either. With my Linux... with my NVIDIA graphics card, I did have to run a start command to get that to work properly. I was getting weird flickering. Program reinstalling would be... let me double check. Should be... So you should be installing Pipewire, lib32 Pipewire, so you should be installing Pipewire, lib32 Pipewire, then I would recommend making sure Wire Plumber is installed. Then from audio, you will need Pipewire Ulcer, Pipewire Pulse, and I believe there's also Pipewire Jack. Jack tends to be the best option for doing all of the sort of streaming stuff. It might also be worth reinstalling Factorio. It may not have done its thing properly. And also, what graphics card have you currently got? Pick up a bunch of stone. It's good. Okay, can I have some copper now? Yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah. Sick. Let's get that built. Oh, that should work perfectly out of the box, you lucky bugger. That was one of the cards I wanted to get. But that was not going to happen. It's going to take a minute to build that. It's fine. While I'm waiting for that. Oh, sweet. The old Discord seems to be an interesting way of meeting people. Oh, okay. Biggest thing I had trouble with, yeah, I did list Pipewire Pulse. You definitely want that version of it rather than running Pulse Audio directly. It just makes everything a lot smoother and easier. Purified water. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. Okay, now what pipes can I build? Don't want to sink a whole bunch of iron into that because it's expensive. What was it saying it was trying to install instead? Because there may be an issue with Endeavour OS's updates, possibly, causing it to do weird things and delete things that it shouldn't be and whatnot. I mean, it's not super likely that that's what it is, but at this point, anything could be possible. Alright, that one goes there. And a clarifier that will clear out some of the things, which is good. Yeah, okay, that's fine. We want to get rid of Pulse Audio 17.03, and we want Pipewire Pulse to be there instead. So that's perfectly fine. Once that's done, I would then restart the computer again and see if everything comes up in QPW graph. You may not even have to restart it, but it seems like Endeavour OS's update manager is suggesting that, so it's not a bad way to go. Nice thing about Linux is it doesn't usually need to be restarted for things you install to just work straight away. Okay. That's good. That saves me having to build a whole bunch of stuff. Excellent. I got sulfuric acid. I've got slag slurry. Let's get that going. I need more copper for the construction of those, so let's get that happening. So much slag in there. Alright. One of those. One filtration unit to 2 crystallizers, although I'm not really going to be anywhere near 2 crystallizers worth of output. Okay, that should be coming soon. .tm. Yes. Cool. Right, now while that's getting built, what else do I need? They're handling the current amount of production there, so that's okay. I would like to be... Excellent. Now, I mean, at the end of the day, you can always open SSH and allow someone to remote in and install it for you if you've got someone you know and trust. But it is often hard to do that from the installer or from a running OS, because forwarding port 22 isn't necessarily straightforward, unfortunately. Good, that's done. Filtration unit gets the pure water from there. Good, lead. Alright. Starting to grow everything up again. Okay, while that's there, I will get another one of those. Oh, I'm gonna need more copper. More copper. Okay. How young? Oh, alright, that's that. Now. Certainly we'll have a look at that. Thankfully, I still get to see the links before they're removed. Decent price for the Noctua cooler, X670, yeah. Okay. That looks like a hell of an insane PC. Reasonably power efficient too, given the circumstances. Is this your first PC build, or have you been doing it for a little while? Always love looking at things. Ryzen 9 7950 with a 7700 definitely looks like it's geared towards video editing more so than anything else. Oh, sick. $19.99. Wow, that is a time. I didn't start building PCs until much later, unfortunately. Oh, okay, so it's, yeah, that makes sense. You should be able to get really decent Factorio on that CPU. And then having decent graphics is never a bad thing. Not particularly necessary for this game, but there are plenty of others out there that are just as much fun, if not more so. Okay, if I get another one of these built, which I'm short on iron for still, copper. I would have thought once I transferred all of my copper into pipes that I would be short on copper. What you try and run Factorio on that was that poop back then? Ah, okay. .28 FPS on Factorio. That sounds like sadness. I did not know that the original Ryzen stuff was that bad. My current streaming PC is 4th gen i7, which is like much older than that. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Of course, at 28 FPS you would only be getting 2800 SPM, because it'd be half if your UPM's that bad. Cool, that's gonna give me that. Okay, can I build this yet? No, need more copper. Yeah, it sounds like me. I'm really not a great base builder, but I just keep building. Right, I need more stereotype. Once I get the stereotype, then I can do Z4? It's not, but there you go. 60-60. Are you streaming at the moment, or is this just offline, playing solo kind of deal? Because if it's an offline solo kind of deal... Right, okay. When you open QP Graph now, do you get sound showing up? Or is it still hiding? So is the Steam sound showing up in QP Graph now? Because once that starts showing up, then you can click and drag from Factorio to OBS, and that should have everything running through both for you. Unfortunately, I do not have OBS installed on this device, and I don't want to install it on it either, because it's kind of slow. Disconnect. Excellent. That should give me more of that. Good. More copper plates. Never gonna say no to the copper plates. Okay. Now I should be able to build another one of these soon. And then we should have more copper and iron being built, making science and making everything move. Alright, heaps of stone bricks. Nice. OBS will only show up in QPW when OBS is running. Like, open. If you don't open it, it won't be there because it's not creating devices. But you should be able to create a jack... What do they call it again? Sorry, I've forgotten. Should be able to create a jack input client, and that will show up in your in this section here. Have you got a source for as a jack input client? Because otherwise the OBS might be called something else, which would be confusing. Oh, good. Got that. Nope, nope, nope. That one. Well, that sorts that problem. Mineralized water. Oh, yeah. Gonna need a whole bunch more pipes for that. Alright, now I've got heaps of those. I can build some more pipes. Yeah, that's fine. Screenshots on the disco is all good. Don't I usually try to avoid having it open when I'm not on when I'm on stream. But I might have to change that because it's another way for chat to come through and stuff, I suppose. It's now a temporary move, so good stereotype oil. Yeah, well, that's good. It's always hard to get that conversion, I find. Okay, build a whole bunch of those. Sweet. Pick up a whole bunch of them. Nearly automated. It's going to be a complete freaking mess basket case though. Okay. There we go. Get one of them fellas. Now we've got another awesome day done in Taiwan. But unfortunately, we are getting to the end of the stream. So this is your 7-minute warning, kids. After that, it's time for bed, alright? So, on that note, if you have anyone who you recommend I raid out to, let me know. Otherwise, I'll find someone myself. Happy to go either way. You're going to pick up from there and put it in there. You're going to have a top-up valve for that. Lowest flow if the output side is below 80%. That's really good because it means you don't get things blocking up all the time. I need to get one of you. 1, 2, 3. Good. And then 2 of you. Let's grab some more copper. Okay, while we're here, get that to make these. So pick up from there, pick up from there, pop you in there. Won't need to worry about that for a while because 200 charcoal is going to be more than ample to keep things moving. And then coming down here, I should be able to build a couple of them. Heaps of stone, good. Alright, get that building more stone. Awesome. Wait, Shema. Alright, that's going to work fine. I've nearly got that done. Heaps of that. More charcoal's being manufactured. Bloody noisy cats. Cool, pop that in there. What do I need for that? More copper. What are you short on? Top-up valve. Alright, once the top-up valve's in, this thing should get a motor on. Okay. Yep, alright, now we're cooking with gas. Awesome. Alright, that's working just the way I want it. Okay, heaps of production going. Yeah, you shouldn't have to sudo to run OBS. Something's going wrong there for sure. That should be just fine and dandy running as a standard user. Definitely something wrong there. Okay, let's get one of these built. Alright, now let us saveth the gameth. Session 4, the beginning. There we go. Pop in full screen. My cat is being a terrible pain in the backside because he's locked himself in the room again. I wonder if I can remove the lock. Nonetheless, it is the end of my stream tonight, as my wife has to work tomorrow, and it is getting quite late. So, let's have a quick squiz and see who's streaming